cause trouble. Nice takedown. Making the rest of us look bad, Brooke.
Those are bones. Has this spirit been scattering someone's corpse around? I bet the Watchers would appreciate us gathering up the bones.
You got it.
bones we found just disappeared.
How?
Let's try this again. The bones we found just disappeared.
How?
Let's try this again. That did it. The bones are back where they should be.
At least that spirit didn't walk him around.
Greetings, Rook.
Golden glory.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
That must have been frustrating.
He knows he's not supposed to play in the horticulture. Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
That's great for a necromancer, right?
It is a singular opportunity.
Good?
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
Emmerich, you've spent your life preparing for this, and it could still fail.
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between... state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it? For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly... For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books. We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor of Volkaren. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
It'd be impossible, I agree.
What do we have here? Huh. There's writing on these bells. Let's try this again.
You'll find whatever's hurting the dwarves.
What? Oh. Yes, I hope so.
You'll find them, then you'll kill them.
You make it sound so easy.
I've seen you shoot. Whoever it is already dead.
Thanks, Tosh.
That opened up something.
This doesn't look like wine.
I don't think we can do that right now. That door over by those vases. Was that here last time?
No?
There's that wisp again. Someone's left flowers here. What do we have here?
You need me for a fight, just say the word. Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valia. When I heard about Wise helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why? In what world would we blight our own Griffins?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every First Warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davron's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters?
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Hey Dad, you know those containers you made for some of the wardens joining you?
Yeah?
Coming
Hey, Mila. How are the wetlands?
blighted?
Right.
The wardens have a lot to do.
You're keeping busy? Good to go. You need anything else, I'll be here.
Thanks, Holden. I'll see you around. Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Damn it. We don't get a break.
Maybe one day, but for now...
Stick to the Warden motto. In war, victory.
We'll keep Lavendel alive.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on. Let's check on the Warden sentries.
Evka and Antoine need us here.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is good. Whatever happens, we won't lose the village.
That's right. Tell Evka we're ready.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
We follow Evka's plan together.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
We should get back to Evka.
They're coming. They're coming.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
It's coming from the glade.
We can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel's the only place left with life in it. Let's keep it that way.
We're not off the hook yet.
Good hit. Good hit. We'll fight all of you. We got him. We can do this.
All right. Be ready for the next call. We can check on the caves, see how the fight is there. Or head to the farmlands.
The wall before me is
This is it, Darkspawn. You fall to a warden today. More on the way.
Right. For Flynn and their village.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share. Antoine?
What's that?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here, too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. After the battle, the Blight sounded strange, but you felt something more, didn't you?
The Blight song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know... pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Right, but the Blight sounds pleased? How?
That's the closest word I had. It's a very unnerving type of pleased. If that makes you feel better.
Not really.
We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe. Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all. We've been corresponding with your friend, Viago.
Sorry we can't reach Treviso ourselves, but we'll send whatever help we can.
Okay, let's run some more practice.
Risen gods, cults.
They finally took down.
Talk to Lorelei.
What do you do when your mother pushes on something?
Pushes?
Like chores, or studying, stuff like that.
Oh, you know, I might complain, but I know she's just looking out for me.
Huh.
If we really disagree, though, we talk about it. Why? Is there something you want to talk with your mom about?
No.
Masked mystery.
Oh, I don't know. I just clear the tables.
The others are bartenders, but I'm the mixologist. I don't serve drinks. I build libations. Let me know if you want anything.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Alia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Alia's Venatori are at war. Quiet, of course. Neither side wants Templars on them. We stay in the Threads' graces. They share what they know.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Alia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
I'm worried about everyone. Tired enough to admit it.
Rook, you showed up. What if we offer you more thread blackmail?
Play nice, Alec. We all want Alia gone. You know I'll do what it takes.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Alia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you haven't reported it.
We're not looking for attention. Besides, what have Templars and Magisters done for us lately?
We've got you. And you won't stop looking. I've got names, missing ones, all yours. No catch.
We can't let Alia do this. If what she did to the Threads was an opening act...
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Alia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Rook may think he's better than us. Maybe you play along. But you're one of us, Gallus. And Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. Doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
interesting. Like lyrium, you say?
Mm-hmm. This table's really cold.
Marble. It's wonderful on hot summer days.
Right. Nothing's happening.
Precisely.
Emmerich, you wanted to see me?
Ah, Rook. If you would be so kind as to step over here. And there we have it. Just as I suspected.
Emotions?
Involving Rook.
Wait, me?
Young love indeed. Come, Manfred. I'm sure they'll want to discuss the implications.
Emmerich?
Everything fine? Emmerich didn't find anything wrong with you.
I'm not sure how to explain.
Take your time.
Emmerich suspected that my abilities could be tied to how I was feeling. Feeling about you. I mean, the special feelings. You know.
The special feelings.
This isn't funny, Rook.
Sorry, I know, it's just how you said. Never mind, what can I do?
Lyrium was the blood of the Titans. If my heart's beating, and my blood's racing around, maybe... I'm sorry.
Do you think you could control it?
It's tied to my emotions. Like the rest of my magic. I'm sure I can learn to control it.
Don't apologize. This isn't your fault, Lace. And we'll handle this the way we handle everything else. Together.
Together.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero, a powerful but properly contained tingle, nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Nev found me more cereals. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my own, I mean. Not like Varric Tethris, but my own sort of thing. For me, and people like me. Something to focus on besides Syrian and all of that. And you know, you're also interesting. It helps for inspiration.
Interesting is certainly a word we could use.
But it works. You're fighting ancient gods and everything. And you know the rest. It's impressive. What you've done, I mean, brought everyone together. You're a good person. Really.
Being around good people helps. That's the thing about a team. Everyone brings everyone else up.
That's what they taught me. The Veil Jumpers, I mean. A team's only as good as its weakest link, so you make them stronger. Like you do, with all of us. So, keep being that kind of person. One everyone can look up to. Anyways, thanks, Rook. I'll talk to you later. Gotta finish this scene.
Manifestation.
Supper in Docktown?
What's the occasion?
I've got leads to chase on Alia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in.
This is where we eat.
I see.
Shathan, it's good to see you again.
My child wished to show me where she now lived.
I made food. Here, Iskap. Made it.
You remember the recipe on your own?
You've been hammering it into me for 20 years.
It could use more ginger.
Whatever the Qun demands.
Evitash has never been interested in Kunari traditions before now.
Perhaps Tosh paid more attention than you thought.
She did not. Is this your influence? Or that of the followers of the Qun?
The followers of the Qun?
Are you Ben Hasrath? Is this a plan to lure her back to Parvalin?
Neither. Thank you for asking.
Then why have you pushed her to this?
Tosh chose all this for you, and you still can't unclench enough to offer a little support.
I do not need your manipulation to show affection to my child.
Well, what do you need? Give me a hint, because right now nothing Tosh does is good enough.
Is that how it appears to you?
Yes.
I was never taught how to be a mother. Under the Qun, children are raised by those suited to such pursuits. I trained as a scholar. I was taught to think critically, to analyze without passion, and correct mistakes. You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here's the ginger.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or—
It isn't!
Under the Qun, the term—
Why do you have to keep picking at it?
Evitash, chakra—
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank—
All of that was new for her. Just give her some time.
No. It's okay.
Tosh,
I'm not hiding anymore. How she takes it is her problem.
you sure?
Yeah. Come on. Don't let food go to waste.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take us on to the woods in Arlington soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
I've been trying to move stones, but it doesn't always work. Is it me? Is it the Fade? I need to practice.
Storm Riders get really possessive about their hordes. She'll be tracking the scent of anything that got taken.
Looks like they're talking about a dragon. Kataranda?
Kataranda the Storm Rider. She's bad. She's real bad. Breathes lightning, like the Vincimer.
The Vincimer was kind of friendly, though.
Kataranda isn't. She is a bad dragon.
I have a question, Harding, if you don't mind my asking. As your de facto physician, have you and Rook had any more difficulties with touch?
The skin thing? It's been going good. I'm gaining more control every day.
Wonderful. Perhaps this lost treasure is in the wreckage nearby? As we were saying, as your de facto physician, have you and Rook had any more difficulties with touch?
The skin thing? It's been going good. I'm gaining more control every day.
Wonderful to hear.
And there's loads of ways around it anyway. With a little imagination.
You've put thought into that?
Rick. I'm not a child. I'm just short. don't spend summers.
Solid blow!
Nice moves! Great look!
Cataranda threw that ship like a...
It kind of looks like something took the treasure and buried it around here somewhere.
Fight ahead.
Got him good, Rook.
Flew off with the treasure.
The crows back home would steal thimbles and buttons.
I have a question, Harding, if you don't mind my asking. As your de facto physician, have you and Rook had any more difficulties with touch?
The skin thing? It's been going good. I'm gaining more control every day.
Wonderful to hear. Perhaps we could leave the bird something else that shines in exchange.
Seems fair to me.
Let's continue our discussion. As your de facto physician, have you and Rook had any more difficulties with touch?
The skin thing? It's been going good. I'm gaining more control every day.
Wonderful to hear.
And there's loads of ways around it anyway. With a little imagination.
You put thought into that?
Rick. I'm not a child. I'm just short.
And another
You don't spend
Fenrirel
summers
altar.
hanging around Ferelden Barns without learning some tricks.
How informative.
This is all the treasure stolen from Cataranda. If we want to lure the dragon in, we should find someplace open. Maybe the beach where Tash lured in the Vinsima.
Hey.
Everyone get ready.
Let's go.
Perfectly ferocious specimen!
We just took down Deathstorm the Storm Rider. We are drinking for free tonight.
And I believe there may be some treasure caught in her... Scales.
Yep. Storm Riders carry around bits of their hoard. I think maybe they get worried when it's not with them.
from below.
Have at them! Masterfully done, Rook!
Places between.
To think, Morrigan was the transposition of Mythol.
The what?
The carrier of the spirit. Not as a full possession, but gaining memories of the past.
Oh, okay.
Rumor has it that Morrigan helped the Inquisitor, possibly by turning into a dragon to...
She what? How'd she do it? What kind of dragon?
Well, I wasn't there.
We have to ask her next time.
you miss the Magisterium at all?
The market was all right. Oh, okay, doing trouble.
You know, Tosh, I discovered a large jar inlaid with a golden flame pattern at that Kunare burial site I examined. I presume it was for storing specific organs after death?
No, the solitaire doesn't hold anything. It stays empty. Like the body is empty now that the spirit is gone.
Ah, it seems you know something about ancient Kunare customs after all.
What? No, that's...
They're saying Treviso got worse than us. The whole city's gone.
About that subject from before. Ah, it seems you know something about ancient Kunare customs after all.
What? No, that's... Everybody knows that.
Anything I can chase down? Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Chasing leads. On Alias Venatori, Docktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are. I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
Well, we've got at least one witness. Want to question him? How about a break? We can still do that, right? A short one can't hurt.
Yeah, maybe. I could use a walk. And some rocks. You up for it?
Rocks?
Yeah. So, rocks. Look for good ones.
You were serious about this?
You'll see why.
Why are we doing this?
You know what they say, leave no stone unturned.
Really?
No.
Seriously, do you ever take breaks? Real ones?
What do you call this?
Picking up rocks. And I'll bet the coin in my pocket you're thinking of work.
I was thinking of fried fish.
Huh.
Looks like the next one's on you. All right, time to put these rocks to use. Come on.
How are we doing?
With the rocks or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good.
A win for us.
I guess it is.
Calliope, you still going?
Cassis doesn't have anyone else.
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Fancy.
Isn't it?
Is this what you do when you're out of leads?
I'd look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Stepping back can't hurt. Clear minds get things done.
If only they stayed that way. You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathus, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job and follow through, well, maybe people could count on me. But at the end of the day, what have I done here? What sticks? If people like Aelia come back for more... I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabbed me in the back.
I'm here to help.
I know. But getting mixed up in my problems, it's not the smart play. Rana's partner, Brahm. Where did it leave him? Where does it leave you?
Side by side with Nev Gallus. Like you are for me.
You know you're a sap, right? She was there. We didn't see her.
This worked.
Maybe. Come on. Willing to chase a long shot? We need to get to the spillway.
You've got something on Aelia?
She was there. We just didn't see her.
At the spillway?
At the relic deal. When Aelia controlled Damas, she mentioned Bataris and the stolen relic. Why bring that up? Why would she care?
You think she was involved?
Or one of her puppets. She's been careful, but there may be something to pick up at the site. A witness. Anything.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime, where we fought Bataris.
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
Let's check it out. What's the plan?
Bataris had a red lyrium relic. Those don't play nice with the Veil. The Viper left me a piece of one in case there was more to track. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out. Let's take a look. You got it. The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a traitor. She was a puppet. Aelia moving goods to her followers. Here goes nothing. Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Bataris. Look there. There's more. By the waterfall. close to something. I can feel it.
Skipping stones really worked.
I guess some of my plans pan out. I'm on it. This one's afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory...
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
Bystander. They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will
belongs to the Venatori.
All that talk of saving Tevinter. Is this what it looks like?
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vena Vitalis. We start here.
What's Vena Vitalis?
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia cozied up to Algernon, an elven god might know the trick. Or something close he could trade as our legacy.
A blood ritual? Then the missing people... It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't...
Minrathus failed before, not you. This time we stop Aelia for good. Venatori who threatened Docktown, they've got Nev Gallus to fear.
What happened to taking the high road?
If we can, we do. If not, we can't let people suffer.
I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
You're not fighting alone.
End of the day, I'm used to counting on myself. It's how it's been.
And now you've got us. When you need it.
I also sell maps for those with wanderers' hearts.
Interest you in a tapestry?
Few people are worthy of an English.